just yesterday, I was watching a documentary on BBC where there's a village in Kenya where men are committing suicide at an astronomical rate. And the narrative around these men was actually, we talk about politics when we meet, but there's never really an inclination to talk about real life issues. And for that reason, there's a sense that there's nobody to turn to, there's no support, and people just kind of figure things out on their own. Very often, the solution is seen to be suicide. So this really kind of prompted me to think that even for this panel, we've struggled to get men to come and talk to us for the last 2 weeks, which is quite uncommon for us. And I'll start off actually by asking Rejoice, what's your thought around our cultural context that makes it difficult for men to come and talk about emotional issues such as this, from your experience?
I think our men, from an African traditional cultural context, are just socialized to be strong, to not share, to not show any signs of weakness, and sharing your story and coming out and talking intimate is making yourself vulnerable. And they've been socialized not to be vulnerable. So I think that's where they're coming from. We had a conversation last week where on one of our platforms, and it was hosted by a man, Nico Abote was hosting that. But it was very difficult to get men to come and share how they're feeling, what their stresses are, what their weaknesses are, what their struggles are, even in the ongoing pandemic. So I think it's just the way our men are raised and taught manhood.